everybody's in a fucking rush, man. You know, I mean, just slow it down. Slow it down. Keep stroking. Take your time. Okay? Y'all gonna get yours. Okay? Not the point of this video, just wanted to be a little weird there. Alright, but for real. There's this dynamic, right? So for those who are chasing towards a dream right now, for those that are, you know, that have been going on with a business or a ambition, they've been pursuing something, they've been trying to make it big, they've been doing, or they're just trying to get good at something, right? You're in a sport, you're trying to get better and whatnot. All right, and this is the thing that's going to kill you, is being fucking impatient. Okay, here's the thing. A lot of us, like for example, when I was starting out film, I like to use myself as an example. I remember that I was really, you know, I knew I was amateur, and I knew I was going to be like really bad compared, especially with what I saw with some of the early filmmakers who I was learning from. I saw their shit, and I'm like, oh God, wow. And it was like, it was scary because I didn't want to end up making shit like that. I wanted to do better. So it was an ambition. I really wanted to end up doing better, and that's what we did. We did our thing, and we got work going. We got shit happening, and I noticed that one of the things that really kind of bothered me was that my visuals were not that good. Like, I was looking at some of the YouTubers I was following, and I was just like, Jesus, these guys footage looks amazing. Like, looks godlike. Like, you just look at their shit, and it's just like, how are you doing so fucking good with this? Ugh. And I was getting frustrated, man, because I was like, why am I not at that level yet? And I'm like, hold the fuck on. I've only been at this for like how many months? I haven't even been a year. These guys have been practicing 5, 6, 7 years, you know? And what I noticed is this. I was getting impatient with the process. I was getting impatient because I loved the results more than I loved the process. And the problem is that if you don't love the process more than the results, what's going to happen is that you're going to grow. You're gonna get angry towards the thing you're gonna do. You're gonna expect the results too soon, and you're not gonna be able to have the patience and endurance to take the full course that these guys did, 5, 6, 7 years of visual training that you did. That you little 6-month wonder. Versus these 5, 6, 7 year guys who have done 12 times 6 is about 30. For 36 months versus your 6 months. Please tell me. Actually, no, it's 3 years. 12 times 6 is 60. You know what? Fuck math. No, it's not 60. 12 times 5 is 60. It's 72. There we go. So, right? These 72-month guys versus your 6. Please tell me how you expect to be just as good as them in that time. You're not going to. And the problem is that if you don't love that process more, and you grow angry towards it and impatient, and you can't take that shit full course for that 72 months that they did, there's no way you're going to get there. Right? So what I learned is that you've got to learn to love the process of getting to where you want to be, rather than wishing you were already where you wanted to be. Because then no longevity forms, no true progress is formed. If you already had what you wanted, right? If your goal was to run a 4.6 and a 40, and all you had to do is run 2 weeks and you got it. Now 2 weeks, you run a 4.6. Do you think you're going to run 40s after that? Probably not that much. Probably going to race people time to time, but then, you know, you're going to notice that because you already got it, you don't care about it anymore. It's just like, I already got it. Who cares? You know? There's no real longevity process to that. There's no learning. There's no technique forming. There's no spring loading. There's no mechanic. There's no training. There's no Ambition, it's gone. You get it in 2 weeks. All you have to do is sprint 2 weeks twice. All you have to do is sprint for 2 weeks straight, and then you got a 4.640. Great. 40-yard dashes aren't going to have any value to you. They're not going to have anything worth of you. Think about this. The process that it takes to get down from that 5.3 down to a 4.6 is going to be a hell of a process, right? And it's everything in between. You gotta love eating the dirt, enduring the pain, enduring the frustration of getting down to a 4.8, and then all of a sudden you're running 4.9s and 5s, but then eventually you finally drop back down to the 4.8. You might get a 4.7, but then you keep getting stuck at that 4.7, and then you're not going anywhere, right? It gets frustrating over time, but that's the journey and the value. I used to say this to the last girl I was with. Not that I want to bring her up because, it's stupid. But I used to tell her that, whenever we wouldn't see each other for a while, right? We'd be separated for like 3, 4. And, keep in mind, this was the early phase where, all the butterflies are happening. And you're so good. Right? It was, we didn't want to stay apart from each other, right? And, there'd be days where we couldn't see each other 3, 4 days, and, because she'd have work, and she'd be caught up in stuff, and I'd be doing stuff, and then it'd be like, hey, it's all good, because after that 4th day, we're gonna see each other, and it's gonna be awesome as fuck, right? It's like the slingshot dynamic, right? Take us apart from each other, right, for about this, 1, 2, 3, 4 days, launch it, reunion's that much more powerful, right? The longer that process is, and I dare say this, the longer that process is, the more valuable that end result's going to be. And once you've learned to love the process more than the end result just comes. It just comes along with the process, right? So love the process of training your technique. Love getting on the track. Love planting your feet down onto those blocks. Love getting yourself in that starting position, and love just love the explosiveness of running through the fucking wind, piercing your whole body through that, pumping your arms. Love every single sprint that you do, and love the process of progress, not the end result as much. It's okay to like it. It's okay to like the Lamborghini that you're eventually going to get. It's okay to like that 4.6 that you plan to get, okay? But you got to love that process, because you're going to be doing it every day until you fucking get it. Same with my front lever. You think if it only took me 30 days to front lever, and I could get a front lever like that, you think I would be training front lever a whole lot? Probably not, because it wouldn't have value to me. But let's say it takes me a year to get full planche. I can guarantee you this. The amount of time that it took me for me to get that planche, and the frustration, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the emotion, and the drive that I put into the planche is nowhere as strong as the front lever. Therefore, I can guarantee, because of what I've put into that planche, it holds a lot more close-hearted value to me. So whenever I do a planche, it's not just a planche anymore. It's everything that's gone into the planche. As opposed to the front lever. 30 days, just do it. Okay. Front lever. Planche, though, that really took that time, that's where the process really becomes valuable. When the process holds value, the end result, all you can think about is what it was like sweating for it, going for it. And when you got it, it's like fireworks go off in the background. I mean, who loves their celebration moments? Come on. It's like just getting it, and then it's like the clouds are over your head and you're just about to quit, and then you finally get it and the sun shines, right? You see that shit? That's how it works. Love the process of getting the film look. Love the process of working towards getting the film look, right? Of becoming a more visually stunning director. Love the process of learning to write better stories. Love the process of learning to become a better actor, rather than just already being a great one, right? Because whatever is hard and difficult on you is going to prove a lot more value when you get better at it. And when you finally get to where you want to be, when you finally have that, it holds a lot more value than you think. If I could get an Oscar within 2 movies, you think the Oscar would hold a lot of value to me as opposed to 2 failed movies, 3 straight years of just acting training, and then picking up roles where I could and can, had good movies, had bad movies, had a good movie here, didn't win the Oscar, didn't even get fucking nominated, and you just keep dealing with it. And then you have 2 years straight that you get nominated for movies, and then you don't win them, you lose them both, you get swept off, and then finally a year or 2 after that, you get your nom, and then you finally win. And let's say that take you out 7 years to win that Oscar. That Oscar is going to hold a lot of fucking value to you after being stomped down, rejected, swept off, approved a bit, swept off, losing and winning. It's this. It's that process that led you to get to that Oscar. And when you finally get that Oscar, oh man, all you're going to think about is getting up there, fireworks, sunshine. I mean, it's going to feel like just absolute greatness. That's what you want. But that only happens. That end result only happens if there is a long, lasting, loving, emotionally grinding process behind it. Whatever is put behind that end result, whatever is put into getting that end result, it's the substance in the dirt. It is the work done that they don't see that proves more when you get that end result, right? It is the dirt, it is the soil that has to be perfected before a seed can be planted. And when that seed is planted, that plant is watered. Everyone sees the flower, but no one really notices the flower when it's growing, except for the person who's taking care of that flower. That person knows what it took to take care of that flower and get it to grow what it needed, get it to grow into what it needed to be, right? But everyone gets to see what it looks like. Only that person who took care of that flower knows the process it took to get that flower to become the blossom it did. Now, I'm not saying, and however hard a flower is to grow, I don't know. I'm just using it as an example. You get what I'm saying. The dirt and the substance and what is put into the dirt, what is put into the mat, what is put into the gym, what is put into the process holds more value into that end result. The end result itself is just a result, but it's what comes behind it. It's what's getting put into it in order to earn that end result that holds that much more value to it. So love the process of getting there more than you love actually already having it. Don't worry about having it. Love going through it. Love digging and eating that dirt. The rose will come. The rose is going to grow. The sun's going to shine. Fireworks can go off and everyone's going to be cheering you on. They're not cheering you on right now. So you just focus on you doing your thing. And you develop your craft. You develop your skill. You put your fucking fight into that shit. And you get to celebrate that glory. That's yours. You worked for that. You did that shit. They got to see the win, and that's fine. But that's yours in your heart. That you woke up every day and you dug your face into that shit. And you fucking got it. Love that process more than you love the results. Love getting to the process. Love working through it more than you love already being there. Done.